I'm joined by Dublin camogie player Ali Twomey, who's here on a beautiful summer's morning at an AIG event, helping out with some of the kids, getting used to some of their skills, and I suppose looking forward to hopefully a long summer ahead camogie-wise, despite the fact that perhaps your last run out against Cork probably didn't go to plan for Dublin anyway.
Yeah, no, it definitely didn't go to plan, but like that's sport. You're going to have those days where things just don't go right. So I think it wasn't as bad as we thought when we look back on the video analysis and things like that. So there was still a lot of positives to take from the match. So we look at the positives and the negatives, and obviously work on the negatives over the next few weeks and focus on beating Meath and winning our next 3 games in the group.
When you say it wasn't as bad as you guys initially thought, was that perhaps maybe the mindset that when you're in a game you're losing and you can't figure out how to pull it back out of the fire, that obviously you probably leave a bit despondent at the end of a game?
Yeah, like obviously an 18-point, like losing by 18 points is not going to be good for the confidence at all. And when you're leaving, you are just like, all you're thinking about is the scoreline. But then, you know, a few days later you take a step back, look at the video analysis, and if you look at it, like with 15 minutes to go, we were still kind of thereabouts. Like the game wasn't fully gone, but it was just the last 15 minutes. They're All-Ireland champions, and like their experience just kind of pushed them through, and that's what we were just lacking at the time, I think.
Was that the difference, maybe that killer instinct that they've honed over the years? Like, because we've seen them come up short against Kilkenny and also put it up to them, and perhaps Cork and Kilkenny have learnt off each other. If you're going to play at the top level, you're going to have to kill things off, and maybe that's where Dublin fell down. Yeah,
no, that's definitely where we fell down. They're All-Ireland champions, and like every mistake that you make, they're gonna punish it. So, and that's exactly what they did. Like any drop balls, they had it, stuck it straight over the bar, but we were just a bit more naive, and I think we just gave them a bit too much respect on the day. So it's definitely something that, you know, you learn from these things, and all you can do, you either win or learn. That's what David always says to us, so we definitely learned from that one.
Speaking of David Herty, obviously a Kilkenny man, well decorated himself. And we've been looking at Dublin camogie evolving in the last year or two, and you can see there's a little bit of Kilkenny coming into your style. I assume that's David Herty, is it?
Yeah, he's kind of changed the way we all look at the game. Just small things, just being ruthless. That's mainly what he'd be trying to drill into us, and it's something that we would have lacked. We would have been very, I don't know what the word is, like, I don't know, just more kind of laid back or something. We would have kind of feeling sorry for ourselves in a way the last couple of years, so he just kind of has been drilling that out of us, and he's like, you just have to go out and just win your own ball, win every game, and just push forward. You learn it from losing matches, and it's just, there has to be a point where you have to turn, and I think the match against Cork there, that was the point where we were just saying we're not going to let that happen again. So I think we know now that we do have to be ruthless from now on, and you know, even in the semi-final last year, I think we went down in the first few minutes, and we were kind of playing catch up. But and then in the Offaly match there, we went 5-6 points up, 10 points up, and we should be keeping that lead and pushing on further and further. But we didn't do that, so it's definitely something that we need to work on. But David is definitely bringing it into our game.
So therefore, should it be the likes of the Wexfords, the Offaly's, the Tipperaries? Should they be looking out now for an injured Dublin team coming back for a bit of vengeance?
Well, yeah, we definitely be looking at the next 3 games, the games that we have to win and that we can win. I think the groups are so tight at these stages, and a score difference is another thing that can come into it. So ruthlessness will definitely be a big thing, especially like against the next 3 teams. If we do go ahead, that we have to just keep getting the scores up, because obviously the 18-point defeat against Cork is not going to work in our favour if it does come down to score difference.